All right. Welcome to the deal flow. I got Josh Kirby, Stanbrough Real Estate out of Des Moines, Iowa. Josh has got a remixed use center over in Ottumwa, Iowa, 613 to 641 East Pennsylvania Avenue in Ottumwa. Good little property. He's going to talk about the ownership and why this would be a good deal for somebody. Josh, what's a good phone number for you real quick in case people want to get a hold of you on this?
Yeah, Spencer, my cell phone is 515-402-7941, and that is my personal cell phone.
All right. Well, it's out there now. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for your time. We'll dig right into this thing. Josh, talk to us about the property. Give us a little overview, what it is, where it is.
Yeah. So first, thanks for having me on the show. I'm happy to present this. So this is a relatively a rare opportunity for investors to truly acquire a long-term ownership property. The current owners, then they purchased this property over 30 years ago and have owner operated it since then. They are getting up in age and are looking to retire. So that's how this came aboard. It is a unique property. It actually comes with 3 buildings on 3 separate parcels, one being a freestanding 4,500 square foot retail space that's currently occupied by Nucara. That building was built in '05 and features roughly 12 parking spaces on the front. The next building included in this portfolio is a 6-unit, 12,000 square foot strip center that features tenants from Quiznos to local smoothie shops. This property was built in '68, features the most parking. The third building is another mixed use building. The top floor was recently converted to 2-bedroom apartments in 2020. It's 4 brand new apartments, 2-bedroom units, central ACs, furnaces, individual water heaters. They spent a lot of money converting a previous just office space to 4 residential apartments. And then below that, there is roughly 6,000 square feet of office space that's fully occupied.
And Ottumwa, Iowa, what's that? Kind of southeast Iowa, tertiary Iowa.
Ottumwa, Iowa, I like to say it's been around forever. It's not going anywhere. Population of around roughly 25 to 30. It's a blue collar town with deep roots and demographics and populations. One thing I've communicated with potential buyers is this isn't your A-class strip center. You're not going to probably lease these spaces to big Fortune 500 tenants. This is your small town local strip center that's going to house the CPAs, that's going to house the smoothie shops. And in my opinion, that kind of makes this asset type almost bulletproof.
So solid neighborhood center and just a good working class town. What's the price on it? Any debt and what's the condition? Any deferred maintenance, anything like that?
Yeah, so the property's being offered free and clear of debt. We are hoping to work out a full seller finance deal with any potential buyers. Ideally, 20 to 15 to 20% down on a 5-year term. From there, we're pretty negotiable. The sellers are quite flexible, I'd say, to do a fair deal. In terms of pricing, we ideally would like to be targeting that 1.8 mark is what we're going to be asking for this asset.
Real quick, condition. Any deferred maintenance? I mean, what anything someone's gonna have to do when they come into this?
Nothing that I saw that would be immediately addressed. The Nucara building was built in 2005. It's pretty new. The strip center, it's in good shape for what the tenants need. There's an office space in there that is older, probably would need some TI on renewal, but they were able to lease that space up as is in just a few months. So no
HVAC, roof's good.
Yep.
Separate meters.
Correct.
Okay, all separate electric and gas. What about water?
A separate water. Yep.
Okay, you mentioned the owners, they've had it for 30 years. Is that correct?
That's right.
So what's his motivation? Looking to retire, I'd imagine?
Yeah, looking to retire. They're getting a little bit older. I think they kind of realize, managing this strip center isn't in their cards for too much longer. So they'd like to sell it on contract to the next buyer.
So is it self-managed or is management in place?
They have management in place local to Ottumwa who does an absolute fantastic job.
Okay. But somebody could step into this, from outside of town and have management there ready to go and not have to do
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. John
much
does a
locally.
fantastic job.
What's the right owner look like this for this property, in your opinion?
Yeah, our ideal buyer for this type of product is going to be somebody that's got some experience operating not just retail, but also multifamily. Another big thing that we're going to look for in a potential buyer is some type of track record. We are offering favorable buyer terms in terms of seller financing. So we just want to make sure if we're going to get somebody this deal that they're going to fulfill their end of the contract for our clients in 5 years. So that's going to be the biggest thing is feeling comfortable with who's going to be taking that position in the contract.
So that seems to be the juice, the seller finance. So you just want to go over that potential structure one more time. You're 1.8 with 1.8
Yeah.
purchase price. What are they thinking on terms?
Yeah. The way I'm looking at it here is, the building's 100% occupied at the moment. We'd be offering something along the lines of 1.8 purchase price, 15 to 20% down. And then we could probably do maybe 6 months of interest only. There is going to be a vacancy at the property starting 1/1/26. So we're offering some IO for a couple months to incentivize a buyer to not one get that lease back in place, but also IO will help with the cash flow in the instance they need to do some TI. So
What is the income on it currently?
currently we have an NOI of 166,000. That's based off in place rents and going off their expense ratios on previous P&Ls.
Think they'd consider leasing back that vacancy? I mean, that's coming up here in a couple of months. Would they take any other property, partial exchange, or what are your feelings on that?
No, no. These guys would like to just kind of sit back and collect their payments. They're officially retiring. They had a building here in Des Moines that we sold for them in May. So this is their last building in their portfolio.
So sounds good, Josh. Appreciate all this. What else you got in the pipeline? You were talking you might have a 54 unit multifamily, or what else people need to know about what you got going on, and maybe you might be able to help people out in the Iowa market.
Yeah, we've got a 56 unit publicly listed for sale over in Cedar Rapids, located less than 2 miles from downtown Cedar Rapids. Great value add opportunity for somebody who is experienced in executing 18 to 24 month long projects. Um, Heavy on the 2 bedrooms, and 2 bedroom units are over 900 square feet and have the potential to do in unit washer dryer. There's a ton of upside with that property. And I think for the right group, it could be a very lucrative opportunity for a syndication depreciation play, a flip, or even just a cash purchase with a refi in year 4 or 5. So, value add opportunity over in Cedar Rapids, Iowa's second largest MSA. We have quite a few other units available in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, off market. So if anybody's listening and wants to buy some bigger buildings, we do have bigger offerings available, not publicly. So reach out and we'll get you some info.
All right, man. Hey, Josh, I appreciate you joining us on Deal Flow. This will be out on X. It'll be out on Deal Flow, thedealflow.us. Be a podcast. Get you links and stuff, and I'm going to get you back. I want to talk more about that 56 unit here, but appreciate your time, man. Know you're busy. Have a good day. We'll catch up with you soon.
Awesome. I really appreciate it, Spencer. Thanks, man.
Good talking. Later.
See ya.